So we're going to start with example number 3. So in example number 3, we're going to continue to do what we did last time, but this time we have to factor and solve. Factor and solve when the coefficients. And what is a coefficient? Coefficient is a number in front when your coefficient is more than 1. So for example, let's look at this problem. 2x squared plus 7x plus 6. So the problems we worked on Thursday, or the previous time that you were here, there was no number up in the front. This time we have a 2. So we need to kind of just for a while get rid of that 2. And the way you get rid of that 2 is by multiplying it times your last number, which in this case would give me a what? 12. So this is a 12. Your middle number continues to be a 7. So what are my factors of 12? 1, 12, 2, 6, and 3, 4. So everything continues to be the same as what we did before. Now I have to make sure and see which ones add up to 7, which in this case it would be 3 and 4. So according to what we did last time that you were here, it would be x plus 3 and x plus 4. But that's not our answer right there. Whatever we did at the beginning, we have to undo. So what was the first step that we did? Multiply by 2. So what is the opposite of multiplication by 2? Divide by 2, divide by 2. So we look at both of these things, and can 3 be divided by 2? No. So if it cannot, it goes to the front. So what does that mean? This here becomes 2x plus 3. Can 4 be divided by 2? Yes. What is it? A 2. Now, these here are your factors, but remember, you still have to find your solution. So what is 2x plus 3 equals to 0? And x plus 2 is equal to 0. We subtract 3, 2x equals negative 3. What do we have to do next? Divide by 2, x is negative 3 halves. So this is 1, 0. For the other one, it's just x equals negative 2. So how bad is that? Is it pretty simple? Yes? Any questions? So now let's try another one. This is B. And we're going to do 3x squared minus 14x minus 24. So we look at it. Now remember also on Thursday we kind of went over if they're all divisible by the same number, you could factor. Look at 3, 14, and 24. Are they all divisible by 3? No. The 3 and the 24, yes, but not the 14. So what do I have to do with this guy? Multiply by a negative 24. And what is 3 times a negative 24? 72. Very good. A negative 72, and my number here continues to be what? Negative 14. So negative 72 and a negative 14. What are my factors of 72? 172, 2. 36, 3, and 24. Is there anything by 4?
18.
4 and 18. How about 5? How about 6?
12.
6 and 12. 7. 7 doesn't work, but 8 does. It's 8 times 9. So, let's look at this. And now the question is, 72 is negative. So one of these numbers has to be a negative. They have to be different signs. The bigger number is negative. Why? Because the middle number is negative. So negative, 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 and negative. So negative 71, negative 34, negative 21, negative 14, negative 6, and negative 1. What am I looking for? Negative 14. So my answer would be these two. So I have x plus 4 and an x minus 18. But what do I have to do? Which is divide by 3. Can 4 be divided by 3?
No.
So then where does it go? To the front. 3x plus 4. Can 18 be divided by 3?
Yes.
What is it? 6. Very good. So to minus 6. This here are your two factors, but I still, there goes my phone. But I still need to go ahead and set them equal to 0. 3x plus 4 is equal to 0. And x minus 6 is equal to 0. And go ahead and start solving. 3x equals a negative 4. And then we divide by 3. So x equals negative 4/3. And then this is a plus 6, so x equals a positive 6. The next one, I want you to try it on your own. Any questions on example B?
If they all could be like by 3, if 14 was like a 12, what would you do there?
Factor out the 3 first
Like
and then
just like
work.
what we were doing before.
Alright, so this is the one I want you to try on your own. C, which is 4x squared minus 7x minus 15. So go ahead and start setting it up. In a little bit, I will work it out. So this should be a negative 60. And what are my factors of 60?
160, 230, 320, 415, 512,
160, 230, 320, sorry. 320, 415, 512, and 610. So, who has to be the negative number?
the largest one.
The largest factor, again, because your middle number is negative. And who's going to give you the negative 7 that you're looking for? 5 and negative 12, right? So then hopefully you already did your factors, x plus 5 and x minus 12. Divide both of them by 4. If they're not divisible, where does it go? To the front, so it becomes 4x plus 5. Oops. And is 12 divisible by 4?
Yep.
And that's a minus 3. So these are your factors, but then you were supposed to set them equal to 0. So this one is minus 5, 4x equals negative 5. X is negative 5 over 4. And then this guy here is x equals 3. So we're going to continue to do the same thing that you were doing last time, but just make sure that you're careful, because now you're going to end up with some fractions or with numbers in the front. So there's two more little examples. This one's a little bit different. This is going to be like number 20 on your assignments. So this is example D, 3x squared minus 48. So we have 3x squared minus 48. It's not like the first three examples we did, but what do you notice about 3 and 48? Are they both divisible by 3? Yes or no? So if I factor out a 3 from 3x squared, what do I have left over?
X
Squared. What is 48 divided by 3? Negative 16. Now look at the 16. Remember the special types of things with this whole 16. Can you take the square root of it? Yes or no? Yes. What is the square root of 16? 4. So last time you were here, we covered the difference of perfect squares. So if you could take the square root of 16, it should become x plus and an x minus whatever the square root of it is. Which in this case, this is what it is. So these are your factors for this one. You would then set them equal to 0. 3 is equal to 0. X plus 4 equals to 0. And x minus 4 equals to 0. Is 3 equal to 0? No, so we just ignore that. This becomes x equals negative 4. And this here becomes x equals 4. So you only have one problem that's like this. You will have two problems like the previous, like the front side. There's one more example, and then I'm going to go ahead and pass out your... So the last one we have is E, which is 4x squared plus 12x plus 9. So, run me through the steps. 4 times 9 is 36. Middle number is 12. Factors of 36. 136. 2 and 18. 3 and 12. 4 and 9. And the last one is 6 and 6, right? So are they both going to be positives? Yes. So we have 37, 20, 15, 13, and 12. And I'm looking for 12. So I have x plus 6 and x plus 6. Now something's going to be different in this problem to all the other ones. Who am I supposed to divide by? 4. Can 4 be divided? Can 6 be divided by 4? No, but can it be reduced?
Yes.
Yes. What is it reduced to? 3 over 2. So we're going to no longer deal with that. This 6 over 4 also reduces to 3 over 2. So if it's reducible, you reduce. If it divides equally, you divide. Now, who's going to go in the front? The 2. Who's going to go in the front? The 2. So both of them are going to have a number in the front, and that's okay also. 2x plus 3 and 2x plus 3. When I set this equal to 0, do I need to do it twice? It's the same answer. So we put equals to 0, subtract 3, 2x equals a negative 3, divide by 2. So my solution would be negative 3 over 2. So from your worksheet, number 13 with you, 5x squared minus 17x plus 6. What's my new last number? It's a positive 30, and the middle number is? So 130, 215, 310, and 56. If my last number is positive and my middle and the one is negative, what's the rule?
The lower number is the negative, the higher number.
But this guy's positive. If 30 is positive, how do you get a positive answer? They're both positive or both negatives. But look at your middle number, it's what? So then they both have to be negatives. Negative 31, negative 17, negative 13, negative 11. So who gives me what I'm looking for? Very good. X minus 2 and x minus 15. Am I done?
No.
I still have to divide by 5. Can 2 be divided by 5? Nope. So this becomes 5x minus 2. And this here becomes x minus 3. These are my factors. And then we set them equal to 0. So 5x equals to 2. And then x equals 2 over 5. And x equals to 3. So please make sure that you're showing me both these two things and these two things. I need to see that on your paper. So I did 13 with you. 24 was done in the notes already. If you look at 16 and 19, it's just like the front. I did a very good example like number 20, so you should be able to do the rest.